Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of MusesRISE. This is episode 3, and the third day of me doing SSSVEDA, or Vlog Every Day in August. I'm really hoping that this helps me with not only learning how to work on my editing capabilities, but also getting used to talking to the camera. Because as the person who started this concept, Amy Schmidhauer, who was referred to me by Doug Neville, as I had mentioned in the last episode, she came up with this concept and had explained how I need to, or any vlogger, needs to get used to talking to this little camera right up here in that area. So first off, that's why I want to kind of keep going with this everyday vlog kind of thing for at least for August. After that, I'll probably focus a little bit more on just my normal day-to-day routine and try and bring something out with maybe a little bit more content every week or so. Second thing I just want to touch on is, yes, before all the questions start flooding in, my office, where the computer is that I'm recording this on, does double as a playroom, hence the lemonade stand and various other toys behind me, as you can see. That's kind of what happens to your house when you have a 3-year-old. So, yes, that's the way it is. Hope everybody doesn't mind, but that's my life. Today's topic that I want to hit on is another muse, another type of muse for me. I know yesterday I kind of mentioned about how most muses I envision as being someone who has been in contact with you and touched your life in some way directly, and may not know about the impact that they have on your life and everything, and how important they are to you. But there are other types of muses that I do know exist, such as, for myself, right now, one of the people that kind of pushed me in the direction of continuing with this project and pushing it forward a lot quicker was Chester Bennington, one of the lead singers of Linkin Park. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, it did pass away. He had committed suicide, and it was an extremely tragic circumstance, and I feel terrible for his family and for his friends, the rest of the bandmates, as well as the fan community. I know that they really have shown a lot of support for Chester and Linkin Park and each of the individuals as a whole, and just want everybody to know that we are there for them and that kind of a thing. And I really see there's a lot of support coming out from that unfortunate instance. That kind of is one of the reasons why I am hoping that this can reach a lot of people and a much larger audience, because there are a ton of people out there that do unfortunately commit suicide or attempt to commit suicide, may think about it, and nobody deserves to have that kind of a feeling floating around in their head. Everybody means something to someone, and I really feel that there's just not enough openness where we are telling these people that they do mean something and that they are a big impact on somebody else's life and that they do matter. We see plenty of people whenever there is someone who passes away in whatever circumstance that always come out and say how much they used to love that person and how much they've really influenced them. And it's unfortunate that that person never got a chance to hear it. Maybe they did have a chance, but in a lot of cases, I'm sure they didn't quite understand the impact that they may have had. So one of these things for me, Chester, is definitely a big influence, because in high school, Linkin Park first came out, and I really had some rough times. I did feel alone at times. I did feel like I didn't have as many close friends, or wasn't as light as I actually probably was, but it just is a very rough feeling. It's a very sad time for anybody to experience something like that. And Linkin Park came out, and I really just kind of connected with their music, really enjoyed their music. I loved Chester's vocals, and as I kind of grew with them through college and the years ahead, I saw different sides of them in their art and some of their different projects that they had worked on aside from their music. And I really connected with them in that way as well because of the fact that I was going to school to be a graphic designer. So I was in art and did a lot of illustration and graphic design and different things like that. I even created an illustration of him in college, which I'll share with you right now. And when I heard the news of him passing, I was very upset to hear it. I have heard of plenty other celebrities such as Heath Ledger, Robin Williams, and various other celebrities who I was very fond of and loved their work and all of that, but never really had the same reaction and connection as I did with Chester. It was extremely saddening to me, and I did go through a form of depression when I had heard the news and was very upset for quite some time. And still am affected by it, but I'm very happy to see that there is a community of fans that are reaching out to the friends and family of Chester to let them know that they're not alone, that everybody is going through this with them, even though we may not have known him directly. So to put it simply, he may not have been somebody that I knew directly, but he still was a big part of my life, and I looked up to him, and he was an idol for me. So muses can be somebody that's in your life, but you can also have a different kind of muse in someone that is more of an idol for you. And they definitely can create a connection for you, something that will hurt if that ever gets broken or if they ever are gone from your life. So just wanted to kind of give that input of another example of what a muse is, and hopefully you can have a better understanding of that as we continue to go through different various muses of mine, as well as in the future I will bring in some opinions from other people. Feel free to share your own opinions and your own muses down in the comments section, or feel free to shoot me a message or connect with me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you feel most comfortable. You can also feel free to reach out to me at my email address, connect.musesrise@yahoo.com. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.
When you feel you're alone, cut off from this cruel world, your instincts telling you to run. Listen to your heart, those angel voices, they'll say to you,